the reality.
Right. Okay, we're recording. I'm Victoria Wise. I'm the founder of Tanglewood Moms and Maidworthy magazine. And today I have a guest with me. Her name is Shannon Lang, and we've been friends for ages and ages. And she's been friends with my husband even longer. So she's also a photographer for Maidworthy magazine and has kids around my kids' ages. So we've just, been able to have this great relationship. She reached out to me recently because her daughter experienced something that no child should have to experience. It really bothered and worried Shannon, and she especially wanted people to know so that they can go ahead and be aware of it, and then maybe even safeguard their own families from it. So the name of the app is called Omegle, and Shannon is going to tell you about what happened.
So given the fact that we are all kind of screen dependent, I have my kids' iPads and such locked down pretty well with the things that I know about, but there are obviously apps and programs that I don't know about, or prior to this didn't know about this one. And my daughter was getting online to chat with friends, and she went to an app that she had heard about from a blogger, or excuse me, not a blogger, a YouTuber that she follows.
Can you tell us her age, your daughter's age?
Anthony's 10 years old.
Okay.
She's 10. So she's in 4th grade. So she follows bloggers that I have approved, who are like toy people, and they do imaginary play with toys and stuff like that. So somehow a very popular toy person, can I say the name? Is that okay?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, Jojo Siwa has been on this app, and she put on her TikTok and on her YouTube, I think it was on her YouTube also, she put a surprise appearance that she made on Omegle on her blog. And the way that Omegle works, first of all, they do say it is for adults. It is not intended for young people, but there is nothing that filters young people out.
And we know that Jojo Siwa has a child audience,
Yes.
That's her main target, is connecting with kids.
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely. So she got on Omegle and was showing this on her channels. So she got onto Omegle and showed herself. So the way that Omegle works is there is a screen at the top, and that is who you scroll through. Like on TikTok or Instagram, you scroll through things. And on the bottom is your image, kind of like a Zoom or a FaceTime, where you can see yourself. And then you can see the person that you're scrolling through. You can see video, they can see you, and you can see them. And when that scroll comes up, what she was doing was showing their reaction to seeing a famous person on the other end of the screen. So, which I'm sure that was lots of fun for those people that popped up and they were like, oh my goodness, there's a celebrity. The thing is that my little girl would think, oh my gosh, I can go and meet Jojo Siwa on this, or she might pop up on my feed. And so she decided that she wanted to try this. And so she goes to Omegle, and
which is where? How would she find Omegle?
She would find Omegle by going to omegle.com. So okay, it is not necessarily an app. I believe that there is an app ability, so you can just click something and be immediately in it, but you do have to go to the website and hit, and I think that it's meet with strangers, talk with strangers, or something like that is their catchphrase, which is fine for consenting adults, but not so much for a 10-year-old that doesn't know what she may or may not see on the other end of this endless video stream of people, of strangers, how terrifying, of strangers. And of course, I didn't know that this existed, so I didn't have it blocked on her iPad because I didn't know it was out there. So she goes to Omegle, and the very first thing that popped up was an adult man, and he immediately asked her if, when her face popped up, and she's very clearly a little girl. She didn't have mature features. She's very clearly a 10-year-old. And the first thing he said was, well, hi there, would you like to see my penis? And she freaked out and immediately shut down the app and came and told me. But what terrified me about that was that I didn't know at that moment, I didn't know what she had to do to get into this app. Had she given information?
Yeah.
Had she turned over where we are, who she is? I mean, she knows not to do those things, but
Right.
in order to possibly meet JoJo Siwa, had she done these things without permission and without, because there are no guardrails. There's no stopper page. There's no buffer. There's nothing. If you got on it right now, all you have to do is click a button, and you don't have to answer age. You don't have to, there's no verifying.
It's just
And
open
all of
up
a sudden-
maybe open up your phone
Yeah.
and go to Safari and type in that website, or click on it for maybe another page you saw it promoted, and then
Right.
you're on that website directly. You didn't have to
Correct.
download anything. You didn't have to provide an email, age, phone, phone number, or, registration. You just go
Nothing.
to this website and then immediately connect through video chat with a stranger.
Correct. An absolute stranger. So effectively, in that moment, and I heard it, the thing is, I heard it from the other room, and it still gives me chills. My mom was coming in the door, and we're, bringing in backpacks, and she'd already run off and jumped online, which I just thought, she had a conversation with a friend at school, and let's talk after school kind of thing. And next thing you know, she's on the phone. Well, I hear a man in her bedroom and was like, what's that? And it was clear. It was a man, and it wasn't like a video recording. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like she had hit play on a YouTube thing or a guy on the radio or anything like that. It was very clearly someone speaking to her, almost like she was on the phone, but I wasn't in there, so I didn't see that he was actually there. So for however many seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute, it couldn't even have been that long, there was a stranger in my house trying to do something inappropriate to my daughter. And it is chilling to me that he had that level of access to her that quickly, with no guardrails in place. And I did call available thing, because you don't know who to call when that happens. And I was like, what are the police going to do? It's a online platform. They call to do things for an immediate danger within, like near your person. Well, I didn't know where this person was, and I didn't know if he knew where she was. And so I called a line for exploited children and reported it there. And they said it's an older platform. It's been around for a long time. But now that celebrities are jumping on there, it will be a more attractive place for children. And they have no intention of having guardrails. Hard to swallow as a parent, but now that I know, it's blocked. And there's no longer access. But
and now that and anyone else who has had this similar experience as you probably has told family and friends. And so I think and why you reached out to me is because there are 18,000 plus women in Tanglewood Moms, and this is a great opportunity for people to understand what this app is capable of, and that if you have small children in the house, that you've kind of relaxed your technology because of current COVID situations. My daughter is the same way. She plays some games on an app, but she connects through video with her friends. And so I think as a parent, you're sort of like, okay, this is somewhat social. I can allow my child to do this because we can't have a play date right now. So this is coming in to replace those in-person play dates with people that you know and trust and would welcome into your home willingly. So what we all have to know and share is that we can't let our guards down. Even though this is an older app, we haven't heard about it. There are new apps all the time, and it's our duty as moms to inform other moms about those dangers and how we can just keep predators away from our kids, because I'm sure she'll never forget that. I think you and I can probably remember things that happened in our childhood that just felt icky or off, and those memories don't go away. So
I hate the idea of her I never saw the person. I'm almost thankful for that because I think he would visit me in my nightmares.
Yeah.
But she will know the idea of that face. There will be a blur of a memory of that face for the rest of her life. That was the first encounter that she had like that, of somebody asking something truly inappropriate of her.
Yeah.
And he probably doesn't even remember he did it.
I know she was one of dozens he probably talked to that day, which is just disgusting.
Precisely.
Yeah.
That she's a blip on his radar, and he is a mountain in hers.
Yeah.
That's
Shannon. I'm so sorry. That just
awful. It's
breaks my heart for Ansel.
The thing is there's so much worse. So this is not the end all be all of the horrific things that people try to exploit children, in regard to. But if I can keep somebody else from having that, if I can warn someone, especially all of our Tanglewood moms, if I can help them know that this is out there and they can do something about it. Because if I didn't say anything and I found out later that something happened with another kid, I don't recover from this. I wouldn't be able to forgive myself for that kind of thing if I knew something and didn't say anything. And so I had to say something.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for doing that, because I know it's like you feel like frozen when something like that happens.
You do. And who do you ask? What do you do for help? How do you, I don't have the platform that my own personal platform is not what Tanglewood Moms platform is. And I wanted this story to be amplified to as many mothers, fathers as humanly possible, because we are our children's gatekeepers. We are their safety guards. We are their rails. And I wasn't there for this one because I didn't know that there was danger.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you sharing your story, and that I hope moms hear this, share this, get on their kids' devices, block this website from.
You can specifically on an iPad, you can specifically block under parent settings and under privacy. You go in and under content, you can specifically block particular websites that you do not want your child to visit. And you have to make sure that you block all of them, meaning I think that there are several that have non.com endings. So don't just assume that it's a .com ending. Make sure you've got the right ending. Just because you know the name of the website doesn't mean that you're getting the dot whatever right. I want to say it was like a .rn or something. I mean, something like that. It was unusual. It was not, it wasn't .edu or .me. It was something I had never seen before. So there were 2 or 3 of them. Like there was Omegle.com, and then there was Omegle something else. I blocked them all.
Yeah. Yeah. I think also it's important too, is if other moms here who are watching this have experienced this with other websites or apps that they know about, that just to comment on the thread that they're seeing this on, so that we can all do our, learn from each other and start applying it to our kids' technology access. So
stronger as a team.
Totally. Yay. Well, thank you, Shannon. I appreciate your time with us today, and look forward to hearing about you're doing Bluebonnet Minis. She's launching today. So by the time you see this, it might be sold out, but look for Shannon Lang Photography on Instagram and see the work that she's doing. It's beautiful.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome. All right. Thanks, Shannon. All right. Bye.